Welcome back to the Evolv Podcast. I'm Rianon.
And I'm your better host, Brendon.
All right, we'll leave it at that. But for now, pretty much what this podcast is all about is self-development, health and fitness, and our journey starting as brand new business owners.
Let's go. Make sure that you share this around because I'm telling you right now, this is the best podcast you've ever seen.
Enjoy, guys. Ciao.
Welcome back to the Evolv Podcast with Brendon and Rianon. We haven't started off a podcast like that in a while. This is a bit of a different one. We've kicked back a little bit. We've been working behind the scenes on some really big stuff. And as you can see, or as you can, well, probably not see because it's a podcast, but if you are watching the podcast, we're in a gym in front of a sign that says, do the thing. And we did the thing. 3 years ago, we decided to start a business, create a name that didn't exist, and start from absolute scratch. We didn't know a single thing about business. We thought this would be the easiest thing in the world to make money. We were like, far out. We're just going to saw through this whole experience perfect. We'll just sell booty bands and freaking exercise balls.
Oh, that was so funny. Remember our marketing campaign?
Yeah, it was
That
you
was my
shirtless at the rock spot.
Yeah, because I was the most shredded out of the three of us. So we were like, oh, Brendo, you get in all the videos. And I was like, yeah, sweet, no worries. Just little modeling shoots.
The little modeling
bands.
Oh my God, we had bands, we had elastics. Anyway, the origin of today and the reason for this whole podcast being a thing has all come down to us doing the thing. And that's going to be the theme of this podcast is how we got to where we got to, reflecting on the time that we've been doing what we've been doing over the past 3 years and what actually led us.
Explaining what doing the thing is.
That too. I think that's even my sister was like, that's not illiterate. Do the thing because there's TH back to back. It's actually it's not illiterate.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it is. But DynamicRecov isn't illiterate too.
Evolv is not a real word, minus the E. So
it looks like we're just two illiterate blokes that decided to start a business and start a podcast.
But we did it.
And you know what's funny? When you scour through the internet and a few of our comment sections, they say they should make podcast equipment more expensive.
For this reason.
Yeah, because sometimes there shouldn't be some people behind microphones.
Far out.
But you know what? It has a bit of a low barrier to entry, but it also has a high barrier for exit because it's easy to start something like a podcast, like a business, but it's hard to keep it going. Something that we've done is we've not only started doing those things, we'd started a business, we started a podcast, but now we're 2-3 years deep into all of those things. So when does it become they just started a podcast? Because now we're, 60 episodes deep?
Yeah.
Now we're 3 years deep into our business. When's the line that people are like, they're actually doing the thing?
That's a good question. I don't think there is like a peak. I think it just continues because you're gonna have new eyes on you every single day. Like, why do people start YouTube or start Spotify? Is to get more eyes, more new eyes anyway. Why do we start a business? To get more new eyes on us. I think it's a good point that you bring up because I think a lot of people strive for the peak very quickly, or they think about the biggest number in the world that they can achieve. But something that Anthony taught us was, what are you doing now to achieve that? What are you doing now to get those numbers that you need?
I think it's just consistency, honestly. That's the one thing that me and you do really well.
And persistence.
We're consistent and we're persistent.
Sometimes
we're persistently shit, but we're still persistent and consistent. So
persistently shit.
I was reviewing our podcast. You got pissed off at me for this. When I was reviewing the content that was getting pushed out on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like, we got cameras and somehow the shorts
Shit.
are worse quality.
Honestly, I haven't had a moment to stop. Well, we both haven't had moments to literally stop and hone in on one thing because we've been doing multiple. but
Like buying a gym.
like buying a gym.
Oh yeah, we bought a gym, guys.
Oh yeah. I think this episode would be good for like our clients to hear about how this all started. Like obviously we had the info night. The info night was good for the people that were there,
But not everyone was there.
but not everyone was there. This episode is going to be a little bit all over the place. So bear with us, because all we've done since walking in this door,
It's just do the thing.
walking in this door and walking out this door, and walking in this door and walking out this door,
5 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday.
day in, day out. Even Sundays, we've been here. Brendon ran his first group session. Anyway, I think where we start is from the start. What the hell made us go, let's start a business?
Well, we obviously we were both PTs. We were both working for other people at the time. And everyone that knows the PT game, no matter if you're working for someone or you're working by yourself, you're always somehow working on your own in a way, because a PT is one-on-one with a client. Doesn't matter if they're getting paid a wage or they're getting paid directly from the client. It's still a one-on-one relationship. So in a way, I always thought PT is sort of like a mini business run by anyone that does that sort of career. And very early on, or in my career, I started realizing, this is so different to all of my other jobs. All my other jobs, I had a manager I had to report to. I was seeing them face to face. I was having meetings with them all the time. But then when I became a PT, I was still obviously meeting up with my managers and talking to them and whatnot. But I was still seeing clients on my own without them being there, which was different to, working in a pizza shop or working at Cotton On, which was my previous jobs. Then me and you came together, middle of the day, tired after waking up early in the morning. I was sitting on your acupuncture mat and I was like, why not just start a business? And you somehow had already come up with a name for your one.
Yeah.
Dynamic
Recovery Dynamic Balance.
Yeah, because it was your initials.
Yeah.
Recovery Dynamic Balance.
Yeah.
And you were like, why don't we just flip the words around?
Call it Dynamic Recovery.
Dynamic Recovery. So we went on the ABN website, whatever, looked up Dynamic Recovery. It was taken. We're like, all right, what about Dynamic? Taken. We tried every sub name of Dynamic. Everything was taken. So we're like, let's just remove a couple letters off the back. DynamicRecov. Then it was born. And we started off selling bands, and it was recovery-based equipment, actually.
That's why we called it Dynamic Recovery.
Because it was recovery-based equipment.
Yeah.
Because we were selling massage guns, we were selling peanut balls.
Yep. Rolling pins, booty bands, exercise bands, handles for those exercise bands.
Push-up handles.
The foam
Foam roller water bottle.
Yeah.
We created a Shopify site. We went all over Alibaba and AliExpress looking for, cheap sourced equipment. We put our branding on it.
Yep.
That
We were even going to get thermo bottles that told you the temperature of the water.
that's right. Well, we got
Far
pretty
out.
deep. We got a coach. I remember we got a coach, or we joined a course where someone taught us how to do e-commerce.
Yep.
We did that. We went hard for 5-6 months, I think.
We
Of
went.
building that site and everything.
Yeah, we did. We paid $3,000 for a course. It was me, you, and Jono, because Jono came on board as well. And we went to the library 2-3 times a week and just filled up the whole whiteboard with all these
ideas,
all these
tasks,
products we
things
could have
to
put
do.
on.
Yep. We created the sites. We did the marketing. We went to Cronulla Beach.
We even thought of another business on top of that business, Grode.
Oh, that's right. But
We went
anyways,
ballistic.
we realized after that 6 months of working really hard and creating the sites and everything like that, we realized, hey, this isn't really working. Then
Very saturated market at that point.
it was saturated, and we didn't have a face or a name or anything like that.
No following.
No following. We were creating something out of nothing, which is very hard in the e-commerce brand, which a lot of people would understand, right?
Yeah.
Like products and So that type of thing is usually reserved for people that have a brand already.
Or have a following.
Yeah. Like influencers and stuff like that. We started from nothing, so that's why it flopped. Me and you came together and we realised, bro, we're PTs. Why don't we just start being PTs? That can make us money.
Yeah.
So we got the map of Sydney. You said, I'll go north, I'll go south.
Yeah.
And then we just did that.
Yeah.
Jumped on the phones. Jono was doing all the back end stuff with the websites and SEOs.
All the accounts.
We were doing a lot of PT work.
Yeah.
Doing everything else like sales, marketing. And you know what? We grew a team to 15 coaches in Sydney and Melbourne and online as well.
I don't think we ever gave ourselves a pat on the back for it. I think we just said it out loud and we were just like, wait a minute.
We blinked and it was 3 years.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy to put into perspective. Like now we're sitting in a gym. But that whole process was us focusing on what we need to do in the moment rather than for the future, because we didn't know what this future would hold. We didn't know that we would get a gym.
Yeah, we never thought that
we didn't know that we'd have a community to walk into. We didn't know that we would continue to do this podcast. Like there were so many unknowns that was scary, but the persistence and consistency
is what kept us going.
It was just like, you see all these things on Instagram and social media, and we got sucked into it. Like, you know, if you want to become an entrepreneur, just do everything and work 25/8 a day, and like, just there's no such thing as a day. Like it's just go, just keep doing it, just do it.
In a way, we still did that.
To some extent. We slept. We tried to sleep anyway. But a lot of stressful nights, a lot of up and downs. But I think off the back of what you just said, I think the one thing that kept us going was just the drive to always change the next thing. Like we did the e-commerce and then we were like, no, this isn't going to work. What's going to work? PT. Then it just kept snowballing after that. Okay, we've made the PT work. What about the podcast? Cool, let's make the podcast work. Oh, okay, the podcast is working and our calendars are aligned up. Let's push it even more. Let's get a gym. In the beginning, I feel like it was very money orientated.
Yeah, well, especially with the e-commerce brand.
With the e-commerce brand, that's how it started. But then going more and more into the PT world, it kind of brought back that love for
passion.
Love for what you do thing. Like you love what you do, you continue to do it, and it will reap rewards for you.
100%.
And I think that maturity that happened over the 3 years happened because of those moments of like us being so money hungry in the beginning, and then going like, no, it's actually not about that. It's about enjoying the process, enjoying what we love, enjoying what we do, and helping people. And it came down to that. And now we have an opportunity where we get to help more than just the person that we go and visit. It's like a multitude of people.
Because the one thing I didn't like about our business is it started feeling like we were just a middleman between PT and their clients.
Because that's what we were.
That's what we were becoming.
That's exactly what we were.
Because we weren't actually out there seeing these people. Whereas now, these clients that are seeing our current PTs, we get to see. We get to actually impact them a lot more because we can actually coach the PTs face to face rather than just doing these Zoom calls and phone calls, which we do, but they're not as effective as seeing someone face to face.
I think that's a big testament to our consistency and persistence. Like the community that we've walked into, bro, it's been an awesome experience. And we've only been here 3 weeks. People are warming up to us a lot quicker than we expected because we walked into this blind.
I didn't think people were going to stay, to be honest.
No, I thought everyone was going to be like, hey, see ya, bye.
Can I cancel my contract?
I'm out of here, bro.
And we full said to each other, like, if they want to, they can.
Yeah, well, we said that to them. Like, if you want to, you can. You're more than welcome to. But
because I thought they were locked in and everything, and we were like, you have a choice. Because I don't want people thinking that they're locked into a place, because a lot of gyms do that.
Yeah.
And, I feel like if you provide them a good service, a good community to come to, they're not going to want to leave.
Yeah.
As long as you're actually serving them and not serving yourself.
Yeah. I feel like we're doing CrossFit style training. Even if you don't like it, that's it, go. I guess that comes down to what type of gym you want to create for yourself, or what type of community, or what type of
environment you want to create for
business
other
you
people.
want to create. Yeah, what business you want to create for yourself. Like we spoke to Mo last week, and his gym is, he wants to help the next generation of people, or he wants to minimize the divorce rate. So he wants to help parents.
Feel stronger, feel better about themselves. So then, he's somehow reducing the divorce rate, which is true, because fit are stronger parents are not going to get divorced. And it's essentially creating the next generation of people because, if someone has 2 happy, loving parents, they're going to have a better life. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a good mission to have.
It's a great mission. I think it's a really good mission. I think off the back of that, healthy, happy parents, even if you are divorced, can still be happy. Like they can still be just as happy as if they were married. I think the main mission for him is to minimize that divorce rate and get every parent that he can happy.
Yeah.
And I feel like
it's a good mission though.
It's a great mission. I think when we did that podcast with him, I actually hadn't seen passion like that for a vision or a mission that someone had before. And it was really like, far out, this is awesome. 1, we collaborated with him and that was an awesome experience. 2, his mission just motivated us to be a lot more eye-opened to, the environment that we've put ourselves in and who
the
we're going to
environment
help.
that we're creating as well.
Exactly.
Because, I guess we haven't really solidified what our mission is for this gym.
No.
In a way. That is something that we're still developing, still thinking about in the background. And I guess, in a way, not everyone has to solidify a mission or a vision straight away. It's something that people can change and can modify over time. Because, we've spoken to so many business owners who have changed who they serve over time in their gyms or inside their businesses, whatever it is.
Yeah.
They've shifted from, a younger population of clients to older populations as they start growing and getting older themselves.
Yeah.
Like Mo didn't serve those people before.
Yep.
That was something that changed in the last year.
Yeah.
Actually, he said it was last year that he changed his mission.
Yeah.
And, for us, we focus heavily on busy professionals and people who have busy lives or are business owners or high execs, whatever it is, because that's who we've always serviced at DynamicRecov. And most of our clients are in that category. And we're continuing to do that. But coming into this environment, I'm starting to say it's more of a family vibe and I love it, man.
Yeah. Bro, I think that was the one thing that I and you both discussed when we walked in here, was that we were like, we can actually make this feel like you're coming to, because we're WOG. It's like when you go over to a family member's house, you're like, Giuseppe, what are you doing here, mate? when you go over to someone's house, you see your uncle, you give him a big hug, you grab a drink, you chill, you have dinner, as a family. I think that's like such a true testament to who we are and what we've been brought up in, is that's what we want to create within our business. So I think that's like our mission is to create a family here instead of a community, still grow a community of family orientated people that love being together and communicating and making a shit ton of food because we love food.
Exactly. So our open day is going to have a lot of food.
No, man. I honestly, this has been a real honor to walk into a facility like this and people to be so open armed and just be like, look,
so welcoming as well.
Bro, super welcoming. And we're not just saying this to to blow smoke up your bum. But this has honestly been an awesome experience walking in, meeting every single person, and everyone's just been look, you want some help, or you want someone to chat to, or you want us to make you food.
Man, how many cakes have they made for us already?
That's the problem with this Wog place, is that there's too many freaking cakes every time we walk in. Oh, you want a cake? Oh, here you go. Here's a cake.
Here's a pistage nata. Here's some muffins my daughter's made. It's like, I love it so much.
Yeah. No, honestly, but I think that comes down to,
well, you just
us.
want to make sure that you want to give back to them as much as possible too.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're going out of their way, thinking about us, and we're trying the best way we can to provide back to them as well.
I think
That's why we did that suggestions box, which
Yeah.
we're still keeping there.
Yeah. For any suggestions.
Yeah, for any suggestions, because we want to listen to our clients, but also give back to them and
Yeah.
prove that we're doing it. Like those suggestions, I think there was only one that we didn't listen to.
Yeah. I still think we listened to it. We would just put it on the back burner.
It was the boxing classes,
Oh, yeah.
but we're doing it in our community event anyway. So it's
So it's still the
we're
same.
living it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, this whole, I don't know how to explain what's been going on, because the moment we walked in that door, I don't think I've had a bad day.
I've had like no sleep,
But like,
but every day has been amazing.
yeah.
I get you at
that's what I
5 in the
mean.
morning and I'm pumped for that 5:30 class.
Yeah.
Somehow it's always busy.
Yeah. Somehow it's always busy. But I think what a lot of people don't see is what happens behind the scenes. So it's really cool that we get to do something like this. Like, we've created a little bit of a community around what we do on the podcast. But I don't think a lot of people get to see what happens behind the scenes. They walk in, they do their session, they walk out.
Yeah.
Or they come in, they do their PT session, they maybe walk by and have a 2-minute conversation with us, and then they're out.
Yeah.
But we're here from like 5 to 8. We're here doing anything and everything that we can to make this place feel like home,
Yeah.
to not only us, but to the people that
We're
come here as well.
Yeah.
But this is the crux of it. I think I truly believe that what we're destined to become, we've done through the pureness of our hearts. I love.
If that breaks us, I don't care.
Nah, I think us collaborating with local businesses is awesome. Like Anthony down the road, he's one of the best blokes I've ever met.
Yeah.
Old mate up the road, Mo, he's awesome. We had a great chat with him. We met Ben from freaking Smeaton Grange, who's another gym owner, all the way over there, and all the other people that we've met along this whole journey has just really opened our eyes to us, what we've done, what we've actually pushed ourselves to. The awkward moments of, should we message them? Oh, I don't know if we message them, bro.
Are they top tier for us? Oh shit, 14K followers.
Yeah, those.
Are we sure we should message them?
And then that one day hit us where we were like, it's just a number. We're just people. A podcast is meant to have people just talk on for that reason. Why is there that barrier of, they're a bit too popular for me?
Yeah, once we took the fear out, we were like, fuck it.
Yeah. And then
Because if they say no, they say no. We'll just jump to the next gym.
There was
and give the next gym some marketing.
Bro, literally. I think that, the marketing obviously helps as well. But I think there was 1 month or 2 months where we had like 2 podcasts every week.
Oh, that was cooked.
And that was cooked. I remember we came out the back end of it and we were like, far out. That's cooked. And plus we were running the business in the background too.
But now we have a gym while also running that business, while also doing this podcast. It is becoming pretty heavy. I can't lie.
Yeah. I think
Doing all those things at once. And in a way, it means you can't give your full attention to all of them
no.
at the same time.
No.
And the one thing that we've probably neglected the most has been the podcast, unfortunately. But it's still something that we're keeping going because we're persistent and consistent.
Well, to give people an understanding, this week we actually have no one booked in. So
Yeah, no one's booked into our podcast this week.
but in saying that, we've also been running the business, so we haven't had time to book anyone in. Hence why we're talking to you guys and explaining what actually goes on in the background, because it's not just big guest after big guest after big guest continuously.
It's a job in itself, looking for guests and finding guests and making sure they align with what you're trying to achieve. And yeah, there's so many things that come into it.
Yeah.
Because you need to vet the person.
Yep.
Then you need to book them into their time and their calendar while also looking at your own calendar. And we've got 2 calendars to look at, not just one. Sometimes we get 2 guests on. So you have to look at both of their calendars. And it's email after email, call after call.
Yeah.
On top of everything else we do, it's not easy.
It's heavy.
But you know what? The people watching this podcast probably do heavy things themselves.
100%.
You know, and everyone has a busy life. Everyone works hard.
We're just
especially
we're just a couple of bullheads talking about it. That's all. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah, we just decided to pick up some microphones and talk about how hard running a business and talking on a podcast is. But essentially, all we've done is set up a camera, connected some microphones,
And turn the
chat
light
shit.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat shit. It's good shit, I think. I think it gives some of our clients
A background of who we are.
a background of who we are and how we got here. It also gives them an understanding of what we go through as well. And even for people that aren't part of this gym, an understanding of who we are.
Yeah.
Why did we go down this route of actually owning a gym? It was
Well,
a
I
very
think-
flip switch
Well,
moment.
I think I dived into it a little bit, but it was the fact that we're running our business for 3 years. And towards the end of those 3 years, me and you were doing less and less PT work. We're cutting down clients. We're giving it to our coaches more than
Yeah.
we're giving it to ourselves.
Yeah, because we
And-
started focusing on the business a bit more.
Yeah, and which was good for business, but it also meant that we were stuck in 4 walls and not really communicating with other people. It was just me and you facing each other,
Butting heads.
butting heads.
Oh, God,
And
butting
then
heads,
we
bro.
realized, like, bro, we became PTs because we love being out there talking to people. Our
Yeah.
friends even said to us, like, you boys should be out there talking to people. That's what you guys do best. We're the
Yeah.
ones that talk the most.
Jono said that, eh? I
Jono-
remember he said that. He's like, what the hell are you doing in 4 walls, bro? You should be out there chasing people down the road. Like,
You boys should be at freaking the park talking to people. And we're like, bro, yeah, sure. So then that's when we started thinking about a gym.
Yeah.
We were on Real Commercial. We spent like, 2 months, 3 months, maybe just searching for the best place possible. And we always looked in local areas. The furthest we went to was Marrickville.
Yep.
Weren't a fan of that place.
No.
We went to Kingsgrove. We looked around Campsie, Elwood. Yeah, all the areas around here.
They were close to home.
Yeah, close to home because we live and grew up around this area. And we were almost locking ourselves into a place here in Kingsgrove.
Yeah.
That would have been our spot. It was a 200 square meter, no, 220.
220.
So half the size of this one, square meter place. We were going to just do PT in there. And then this place popped up and we're like, as if we wouldn't.
And we didn't. And then we came back.
Yeah, we didn't actually. We turned it down
We
straight away.
turned it down. Well,
We came and looked at the place. We loved it. Then we turned it down, went back to Kingsgrove, saw that it was actually less than what we would be getting if we came here, and decided, you know what, that place before had there was something about it. I came here for a job interview 5 years ago. It's so close to where we grew up. I still go to a dentist across the road.
yeah.
I have been since I was a kid. So it made more sense to what we want to create. We want to service our community, our people, the people we grew up with.
Yeah.
And that's here.
I think mentality wise, we were very hesitant in the beginning. I think that was the one thing. And then we went back and forth and we were deliberating. We were like, let's start off in a small place. And you had agreed because I had said it. And then we were going, just back and forth. And then you were
You said
I was
start
the
off in a small place.
I was the hesitation in the decision making.
Well, you know what? It makes more sense for where we were at the
For
time.
where we were at in that point in time, it did make sense for us to
Start in a smaller place
Start
and build
small.
up and, build up into it. But then
I think
what is life without big risks?
I think I know what happened. We spoke less and we risked more. And we did the thing.
We did the thing.
That's the reason why do the thing is on this wall. I think you went to
A
Chris.
podcast. I went to
Chris Williamson's talk, and it started from the podcast. He said, "Do the thing, just do it. If it's in your mind, why not just do it? Because if it's in your mind, you're not going to stop at any cost to get what you want."
Yeah, because he was saying in the talk, and he said this many times, repeat, thinking about doing the thing is not doing the thing. Not doing the thing is also not doing the thing. So you might as well just do the thing.
And now people are like thinking right now as they're listening to it, have I done the thing? Have I done the thing? I think,
you can use that example for everything you do in life, right? You're thinking about starting your new fitness journey on Monday, right? Monday comes around, it's 5 p.m, you've just finished work, you're like, oh, I'm tired. And then you don't do it. Then it comes into the next Saturday and you're like, oh, I'm going to do it on Monday. I'm going to start it. Then you don't do it again. So you're constantly thinking and wasting brain cells just thinking about starting this new thing. Why not just start it when you think about it? On that Saturday night, hit the gym.
Nike came up with a very good quote. Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. Sometimes it's hard to accept that that's how simple things are.
Or can be.
Because us being PTs, we say to people, okay, this is what you're doing. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
But then in their
We're not rocket
mind,
scientists.
no, we're just
People that tell people to do the thing.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a very it's a hard thing to get people to change their perception on. Is that just doing it actually means that they'll go a step in the right direction. For example, who ran a marathon on Sunday? Claire. She's never done any.
The City to Surf?
She did the City to Surf. She's never done any sport in her life besides playing tennis on the weekends. And she went from no push-ups to being able to do push-ups to having from no mobility to having full mobility, from walking around the block to running the Sydney Marathon or the City to Surf.
Why didn't you do it with her?
Because I was here.
Oh, makes
I
sense.
was at the gym, mate. I was doing the thing at the gym. But that's a prime example of putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation, doing it, and having a reward at the end. I think that's like the pinnacle of what PT is for us or for any PT out there, is seeing that result at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Doing the thing is not just what's on the wall for us. It's more like
the transformation of your mind.
Yeah, the transformation of your mind, the transformation of people's mind.
Yeah, because this is for every single client that me and Ray have ever seen. And you know what? Every single client that have come through the DynamicRecov doors are obviously not doing the thing. They're thinking about it. They're hesitant. They don't want to do it. And we come in as PTs or nutritionists or coaches and we say, this is your plan, just do it. And if they don't do it, they're not going to get the result. So we need to be there to keep them accountable to actually doing that thing.
Yeah.
Starting off with baby steps. Okay, you're sitting down for 24 hours. Let's go for a walk for 10 minutes a day.
Something as simple as that. Even
Next
just
week,
walking with someone.
Let's go for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Incrementally building that. But that person still has to go up and do that thing.
Yeah.
Do that 10 minutes.
I truly believe that what we've been teaching the clients that we still have to this day is that it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Well, we've seen clients for 5+ years now.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they come into PT and they want that quick fix straight away. 6 weeks and I'll be sweet after that. But
Sam told me that he had a client come up to him, needs to lose 48 kilos and he wanted to lose it in 6 weeks.
48?
Yeah.
He wanted to lose 48 kilos in 6 weeks.
Yeah. And I told Seth to just tell him to eat some lettuce.
and take a chill pill as well, because that's a bit, you'd be on a water diet. You'd only be having water to lose 48 kilos.
Even then, I don't think you'll be able to lose that much weight in that 6 weeks.
No way. That's
Even if you ate nothing, I don't think it's actually possible.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
I'm trying to think. You can, if you're in a deficit of...
They go all scientific on us, Brendon.
Wait. Let me get the calculator.
Put your seat over.
Calculations
Over this
out
way.
here.
Anyway,
Let me calculate this.
I'll
consider the
continue.
podcast.
I'll just talk to myself here for a bit. But now I'm curious to see what the numbers are.
No, you do the podcast. That's all right.
2,100 calories.
If you've struggled with motivation or pain, you're not alone. I'm Rianon from DynamicRecov Campsie, and we help people stay strong, pain-free, and actually enjoy training. But don't take it from me. Hear what our clients have to say.
Hi, my name is Dora Kadahi.
Hi, my name's Bernie. My name's Angelina, and I've been with DynamicRecov for the last 3 months,
I've been training with DynamicRecov for the last 6 months.
and I love every minute of it.
I love the community that we have here, where we all wake up early, exercise, feel good, and start the day off right.
I like how they have the different roles and just the love of exercise. Brendon, he's a mobility coach, so if I hurt my ankle, he's there to just help me.
It's been a massive asset having them on board with me.
Seriously, get in contact with these guys because they're awesome.
We coach through real change. Welcome to the home of consistency.
Okay. So basically, for 6 weeks, this guy has to eat 0 food,
Yeah.
and he has to basically run a marathon every day. And he will achieve it. So 42 Ks a day of walking or running, and do that straight for 6 weeks.
And you'll
And
lose
no
the
food.
48. Anyway,
And that wasn't a perfectly done equation. I need some more time, but
I think the moral of that story, where I was going with it, was that we've been teaching people that it's a marathon, not a sprint. And the processes that we've given our clients, or the skills that we've given our clients, have been more of how can we make every day a habit in the right direction. Not a step in the right direction, but a habit in the right direction.
But it also comes down to who you service, right? Because there's someone out there, I'm not going to say his name, but his whole business is about quick fixes. And he's really successful and he does a really good job. But his clients are also 20-year-old men who just want to lose 10 to 15 kilos and get shredded.
That have the metabolism for it.
Yeah, that clientele though, they can lose 10 kilos and get shredded in under 12 weeks.
Yeah.
But their bodies are able to change like that. If you're talking to a 40-year-old woman who has been eating a certain way for like 30 years, getting her to jump on a 1,500 cal deficit and walk 10,000 steps a day and train 5-6 times a week and progressively overload in every session, it's going to be pretty difficult because she wasn't doing that for the last 20 years.
Yeah, I know.
So you need to start off by teaching them the foundations. Okay, you need to do strength training 1 to 3 times a week. You need to actually get active throughout your day and try get towards 10,000 steps a day on average. And those things don't happen like that.
Yeah, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can take her for a walk.
One of my, I was talking to one of the PTs and he was asking me about what I do with a specific client. And I told him that for the first 10 minutes of our session, I take her for a walk. And he was like, what do you mean you take her for a walk? Sounds like she's wasting her money there. But when I first met this person, the only time that they would go for a walk is when I rocked up at their house. Their walking was with a walker walking to their fridge. So to me, I saw more value in getting her outside of her house, breathing fresh air and going for a walk than sitting there and doing 5 sets of 10 squats. And over time, I got to the point of being able to do those things on her own. And the walking was what actually improved her outcomes.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to meet people where they're at. And I know this is becoming very PT orientated, which I'm not sure we wanted to go down this road, but I guess it brings out the fact that everyone is different. You need to find the people that you're servicing, and I feel like we have indirectly without thinking about it, and do the best you can to provide everything you can for that person.
Yeah. I think like even if it is PT orientated, I think it's just like normal for you to say those things, because like it could help someone, even if they're listening to it and they're like, oh shit, they're talking about PT stuff. Well, no, don't think of it like that. Think of it as like, okay, if he has helped someone do X, that means I can do Y. The fact that we think that this podcast is turning PT orientated or whatever, right? You just said, you were like, oh, well, it's turning PT orientated.
Well, we are PTs.
We're PTs, one, but like the message that we portray is anyone can do it. You don't have to be something or someone special. You can be a regular old Joe that's done nothing for 20 years and still go for a walk. You can still run that marathon if you really want to. Those stories that we've just, they're our clients. They're actually our clients, those stories. And that's like not us doing anything special. That's just us keeping people accountable to what they said they wanted to do.
Yes. And showing up for that person.
Yeah.
Because sometimes us showing up for that person allows that person to show up for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's a skill that PTs provide their clients. It's no fancy scientific shit.
No.
It's just, hey, you said you were going to be here at 5 a.m. Where are you? And then they turn up the next time. They start showing up for themselves a little bit more.
Yep.
And that's how they get into the habit of actually going for their 10,000 steps or picking the right foods.
Yeah. I think
Do the thing.
do the thing. I think one reason we started the podcast was to talk to people that we couldn't reach, that may be going through some sort of head fuck situation like that, where they're like, far out, I'm not doing anything. I've been there. You haven't, because you talk to yourself in the mirror and say, fucking do it. So that's where it came from. But like for me, for instance, that was like a big issue of mine, was actually committing to doing the thing and showing up for myself. And then I became a PT. I learned that being a PT was more than just counting sets and reps.
I don't even do that.
It was more about being a coach. Or you do that because you have to count the reps for the clients.
Yeah, but I never count them right.
Oh. So when they say, how many left? You go, oh, two.
Yes. Every single time. Well, I zone out because I'm just checking out their form.
Yeah. I think they can do like 40 reps and you just say, oh yeah, 2 more. Yeah, 2 more.
Yeah, that's me every time.
I think I noticed
and my clients would know this.
Yeah. I noticed it the other day that I did it the other day. I gave them a rep range in their head for them to stick to, which was 8 to 10 reps for deadlifts. And they were doing it and they were like, how many left? And I was like, oh, 2 more. I was just focusing on your form. So just in your head, you have to count. Just worry about me correcting the form. And she was like, oh my God. So I've been doing more than 8 to 10 reps this whole time. I was like, maybe, maybe, because I've been
maybe not.
Yeah, I've just been focusing on your form. I want your form 100%, because if you go to pick up your kid, or if you go to put something up on a high shelf and you pull something because you haven't activated your core properly, or you've bent over the wrong way, or you haven't bent your legs, that's going to cause injury. We want to prevent injury as much as possible. That's the reason you got me as a PT. That's the reason everyone gets a PT, is to prevent injury from happening, staying stronger, staying healthier, staying fitter. When you said that about the counting reps, I just put it in my mind. I was like, far out, I did that as well, actually. But I think not that it's a skill to count, but it really defines.
When do you learn it? Kindergarten?
I think about 5 years in. So we're about there where we're learning to
Count.
unlearn how to count. I think and just focus on the form. But that was one of the biggest turnarounds for us, was turning from a PT to a coach. And I think the business matured us in that way from turning from a PT to a coach.
A business really matures you, doesn't it?
I think it just makes you grow
Faster
up
than you think.
a lot faster than you think. Yeah, 100%. I never thought I'd be in a gym. You'd always think it as a PT. You're like, one day I want to own a business. You say it.
You say it, yeah.
When you were
I
younger.
feel like every single PT
Has said it.
has said in their mind, I want to open up a gym one day.
Yeah.
They've said it. And maybe down the track, they start realizing what's involved and they don't want to do it. Like I've met so many PTs that are well into their careers that told me, yes, I wanted to open up one, but when I realized how much work was involved with it, or the risk involved, or the fact that the gym market's saturated, which is a common one.
Or the equipment's too expensive, or the electricity costs, or the water, like all these factors, all these pushback factors that a lot of our clients say are like, oh, I can't do this because I've got too many things
I'm too
on.
busy.
I'm too busy.
I'm working long hours.
Do it. Do the thing.
Do the thing. And
you'll figure it out along
Nothing
the
is
way.
saturated.
No.
You know, there could be a gym that opens up right next door. We'll collab with them.
Well, that's exactly what we did.
We did. That's
As soon as we got here, we were like, this is an awesome opportunity to throw that freaking bargain jargon shit out the window, stuff a competitor, stuff all that shit. How about we just collaborate? We've got the opportunity of a lifetime here to do a podcast and talk to people.
And you know what's cool about our podcast? We got 2 business owners that are next door to us to start their podcast again.
Yeah, that was actually a really inspiring thing.
It was.
Because Anthony restarted his podcast and then Mo,
And Mo,
also
yep.
restarted his podcast. That was actually really cool to hear that. I
don't know if we were the driving factors for those things. Maybe they were thinking about it already. And maybe they saw how persistent and consistent we were and were like, oh, you know.
I want to
these
get back
boys.
on the horse.
I want to get back on the horse.
But,
Why are these boys still doing it?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe we were that changing factor.
Do you reckon we're just delusional?
I think if someone's listened up until this point, yeah,
We're delusional. Aren't we? Thinking that we can just create and be within a community inside a gym and continue our podcast and continue our mobile business and continue our online nutrition company. Like, there's a few things going on.
and with all those things go on, there's battles that happen in the background as well. Like me and you just came off the back of a fight, like a big
yes,
fight.
Yes.
I was saying to.
He ignored me for 3 days.
I know that's a. I left him on red for 3 days. But I
That
think
was the most worrying part of my life.
it was. I think for both of us, it was. Even in my head, I'm like, I was messaging my girlfriend, and I was like,
Who, my sister?
yes, your sister. I was messaging my girlfriend. Whoa, there it is. That's a fucking nail biter, isn't it? You fucking had
It's on cam now.
It's on cam now. Anyway,
Hey,
I
all
was,
the clients here know anyway.
yeah, I know. But now everyone else that watches the podcast knows. Is that going to be the thumbnail?
Yeah, it is.
Fucking hell. Anyway, I'm going to get hosed. Get ready. Anyway, I was messaging her and I was like, oh, do you want to message Brendon to see if he's all right? She's like, what? Why? I thought you guys had a fight. Like, why would you want me to go out of my way to message? I was like, look, in my head, I feel like what I did was tough to do because I don't normally scream and yell. But then at the end of the day, I still care. I don't like that I screamed.
Well,
I don't like
that's
that I
cute,
got
man.
angry. But
But sometimes there's room for it.
I think there is.
You need to be emotional.
Yeah.
And if you're not emotional, you're not human.
Thanks, Brendon.
But you know, that's actually a funny thought, right? Not a funny thought, but people are scared to share their emotions. I've been known to do that, but you know, some people are scared to show anger. Some people are scared to show sadness. Some people are scared to show when they're happy because they're scared of sharing those emotions because they feel like it's going to impact another person. You know, they might be very happy about something that's happened, but then they realize that someone around them is going to be sad if they show happiness. I feel like sometimes you just gotta be like, fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Just share your fucking emotions. Share it with the world. Be sad, be angry, be fucking, I don't know.
That's one thing I have always stuck by is my emotions. I think it's one of the things that I grew up not knowing how to express was my emotions to certain people. And there was some moment, I think it was Jono. I think I used to lie a lot. I used to be a big liar when I was younger. And there was one time where I was like, yeah, I went out with this girl and XYZ, and Jono's like, stop lying. Stop. And from that moment forward, a lot changed in my mind to not need, not need to fluff up everything to hide what I wanted. Because I was hiding a lot of emotion, so I would lie a lot. So instead of showing my emotions, I used to lie. But then that whole perception changed, and I was like, nah, I can just be emotional and just talk the talk and be honest and open up. And that's what really helped me become a better PT as well, was being able to be open with myself, that they felt comfortable as a client to open up as well.
100%, because if your clients aren't opening up to you, then you're not going to be ever able to help them. Because them wanting to lose 10 kilos is not the actual goal. You know, being happy with how their body looks naked in the mirror is going to make them happy, not losing 10 kilos. Yeah.
Being able to chase the kids in the backyard.
Not naked.
Not naked.
I don't think they're going to be doing that thing naked.
Oh, shit. Oh, I don't think anyone thought that, but you were the only one that had to mention it. But that's fair enough. Welcome to the podcast, Brendon. No, I think those it's a goal to someone, a goal to a client, a goal to anyone is much more than a number or much more than a feeling. It's the emotion it makes you.
It's how you feel. It's how you feel.
I did say that wrong. It is how you feel. Yeah. You'd rather feel better than be 10 kilos lighter on the scales.
Like some people need to be 10 kilos lighter. We can't get that mixed up.
No.
Some people are just fat.
Yeah. No, some people are. That's it. But
it's just reality.
It is what it is.
And some people just need to lose some weight. You know, I've gained weight over my years.
We were both fat at one point.
Yeah, I was fat.
Yeah.
And then when I got to that point, at my heaviest, I was like, 96 kilos. And I didn't like the look of myself. I looked down, I couldn't even see my penis. It wasn't a happy sight.
Oh, I'm not laughing because he couldn't see his penis. I'm laughing at the fact that he said penis. Continue.
So I couldn't see it, and I was like, fuck, this needs to change.
Yeah, reality check.
Yeah, reality check. So
I had that same, I couldn't see mine either. And that's,
couldn't you?
No, that's what.
Is that actually what happened?
Prompted me, I swear to God. That's what prompted me to start losing the weight and train and get a bit fitter and go out a bit more and build my confidence. And now we've opened up a gym. So that all is part of the journey.
We're basically helping more people be able to see their penis.
There's going to be people in that.
No, but it's true. Like everyone understands it. Everyone understands it.
I know. It's a relatable topic.
Other people, everyone that's listening to this, I don't know if you've been fat at one point of your life or you've been a little bit heavier than you're used to, because everyone's been a little bit heavier than they're used to after Christmas or after big holidays or after a big wedding, whatever it is. And you don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good about how you look. And, you take your shirt off and you're like, I'm not really happy about how I look and feel right now. Yeah. And it's up to that person to decide, okay, things have to change. I have to do something about this. I have to go to the gym. I need to change the way I eat. I need to go for more walks. And if they don't do those things, then they're going to stay with that reality of waking up in the morning, taking their shirt off, and just being unhappy.
Yeah.
And some people change,
Yeah.
some people don't, and it's up to the people watching or the people looking at themselves in the mirror to make that decision for themselves. Because PTs aren't gonna just knock on your door and say, "Hey, I want to work with you." They still have to come to the gym and make that decision themselves.
The decision to start is one of the hardest you'll ever have to make, because that first decision is it's one of the hardest. That's what happened with myself. That's what happened with you. That's what happened with all the clients that started with us, was that first conversation to just be like, okay, I'm ready. I trust you. Let's do it. I think the
Putting
hardest,
their trust in us was like the hardest thing.
I think putting your trust in yourself is one of the hardest things you can do, though, because you can do all the research. You can do all the research in the world. You can eat the best foods. You can train the hardest. But the biggest battle is getting up to actually get changed and get in the car and drive to the gym, or drive to the PT session, or drive to the park, or go for that run. That's the first battle when you wake up, is that mentality where you just get changed and do it and get into it. That was the one thing I struggled with before meeting you, was just doing it. I would sleep in with my clients. Since being here, and knock on wood, it's just been go, go, go. I've loved the routine again. I'm back into a rhythm. I think that...
You got here at 5:05 one morning.
Me? Bloody 5 minutes late, man. Bloody shit. Every other morning prior to that, I've been here...
You were first.
Before you, yeah. So shit the big gap. But I think that first decision to go, okay, just follow through with that one thing that you said that you were going to do. You look yourself in the mirror, you go, just do it. That battle in the mirror is so tough. And it happened when we were training on Australia Day at Adrian's gym. So our mate has a gym, and on Australia Day he was closed, and we went and trained at the gym, and all the boys were there. They were training with their shirts off, and I couldn't for the life of me take my shirt off at all.
It was hot.
And it was hot. Boiling hot.
Well, Australia Day, it's like peak summer for us.
And I just couldn't get over that. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. I couldn't take my shirt off, not even for a split second. That's a hard battle. And a lot of my clients have said that, like, that's been a hard battle for them. It's just not even if they're overweight, or if they're skinny, or if they want to just be consistent with the training. It's just been that getting up mentality, or coming to the gym mentality, or lifting the weight mentality. Now that I've done it for myself and you've done it for yourself, it's easier to teach, because it's just about you teaching someone to just do it.
Yeah.
Instead of ponder on it, think about it, and
Thinking about doing the
do
thing
it
is
when
not
you're
doing
ready.
the thing.
Yeah, just do it when you're ready. It's okay. No, just...
Yeah, I think that's something that PTs need to hold to their chest, that you can't tell someone to do something if you're not doing it yourself. And I'm not a fan
Walking
of
the
people
walk.
you have to actually do the thing. You have to be doing the thing yourself. That's why I hate these fat PTs that are on the internet. They're fat PTs. They're out there saying, oh, you don't have to be shredded with a six-pack to be a PT. You can be fat like me. It's like, no, I don't have a six-pack. I'm not shredded. I don't train 6-7 times a week.
Yeah.
Used to, don't anymore. But
You're consistent.
It's not about, being shredded and having a six-pack, but it's also, you need to show up yourself.
You need to show up for yourself. And that's something you mentioned before. Showing up for yourself. Our clients, we had to teach them to show up for themselves. And
you can't teach someone that if you don't do it yourself.
No way.
Imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome, yeah.
Yeah.
I did that. I've in the beginning of when we first started PT, I didn't know who I was as a PT. So, which made my clients not know what they wanted to achieve. Now, on the other hand, that's all changed because now I'm doing it for myself.
And you can actually find those things for other people too. What a beautiful podcast.
I think it's been a good podcast for both of us to be really open on. I think we've been so caught up in the world of getting this business to where it is or striving towards that big number.
Opening up a gym.
And I think we've really peeled back why we actually started what we're doing and why we're actually doing what we started.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone in this video to take offense or anyone in this podcast to take offense to anything that we said. It was all...
Even if you can't see your penis.
Even if you can't see your penis.
If you don't have one, if you can't see anything down below.
We're all about being real and being honest. We've been open. We've been open and real about everything that we've said. Give us a follow. If you want to join us on this journey, it's going to be a fun one. So come along for the ride. And well done us.
And if you want to look at yourself naked in the mirror and be happy, come to our gym. Where we make you feel good naked. But not in here. Please not in here.
And do the thing.
Far out.
Thank you guys for listening to this week's episode of the Evolv Podcast.
Brendon and I have loved having you throughout this whole podcast. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And if friends are interested, share it around.
Yeah, make sure you share and tag us on your Instagram posts, and I'll see you soon.